Let's go.
Oh man, it feels so good to be back to reviewing Dragon Ball Super Episode 55 review. Greetings, it's the Ninja Reviewer here. So, here we go. Oh man, this episode of Dragon Ball Super, basically, the episode itself has some things going for it. And by the way, I will be talking about my overall thoughts for the preview for the next episode of Dragon Ball Super. So I will give you my thoughts as well on that as the preview and the whole controversy that's going down right now with that. So I will get to that, in a bit, a second. But first I'm going to talk about the episode. So basically, Beerus summons Goku, and he tells him all about that the King of All has set up a meeting to tell him about something, which Beerus had no idea what it's about. And basically, he's saying that, yo, don't screw this up. Just be on your best behavior. Don't act like too much of an idiot, and just be more formal with this guy, because one wrong move, the whole universe will be no more. Like, this dude is literally OP. Yet when it comes to ZENO'S personality-wise, he's kind of more like a child, from what I know. I mean, I guess that was Toriyama's way of how to create it. I mean, and again, it does target it towards kids, this series as well, so it makes sense. But, I kind of expected him to be like, well, I mean, I guess it sort of fits his personality, because I guess he's just this type of OP motherfucker that just doesn't really give a fuck. And the reason why he wants a friend is because, well, he's bored, he has really nothing else to do, there's really nothing really challenging or exciting for him, so he figures, okay, you know what? This is going to be good. You know what? You're going to be my friend, and you're going to hang out with me, and we get to play, we get to do all that other stuff. So he's kind of like Majin Buu, but except a bit more smarter, and thousands of times more OP. Pretty much in that aspect. So, anyways. No, except that he's not fat and he's more paraphernalia. So that's basically what was the whole purpose of the meeting. And then we also get the highest priestess, which I forget his name. But I will say, from what Whis has described about him, he is actually one of the highest top ranking fighters in like the entire universe period. Or just the century period. Like, he is bar none. Hell, even Whis cannot even touch this guy. So, obviously, Goku gets really excited to fight him, but of course, I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. So, meanwhile, it was actually kind of funny, too, how, like, Goku had, like, a nickname for him called All-Sun, which I was like, All-Sun? Really, Goku? Like, oh my god. So, when he actually told Beerus back, when he came back from, when he came back from his, like, visit, and then, like, he just was like, oh, he faints because of the nickname he gave him, was actually pretty funny. So anyways, while that was going on, oh man, that was funny as hell. Meanwhile, we see ZAMASU, and while he was making his sensei's tea, Gormasu, yeah, that was his name, Gormasu. Well, before we get to that though, we see that they actually do travel back to that planet or whatever the hell it was. I forget what the actual planet was called. I forget exactly the name of it. But anyways, though, yeah, I forget the name of the planet. Anyways, when it comes to that, we see that it turns out that they travel 10 years into that future, over a decade, and it turns out that nothing has really changed. There's still this senseless war going on with these alien creatures. Then all of a sudden, we see that one was just about to violently attack ZAMASU, then all of a sudden he takes his life. And Goramasu is sensei, he's like, no, give me that earring right now. That is not cool. You actually killed an innocent life that could have been affected throughout the future. Something that can actually create a society in order to actually build a justice between good and evil. But, instead, ZAMASU doesn't see it that way. So, it looks like, he's sort of fighting for the sake of justice, but in a bad way, pretty much. So, like, he's sort of, I guess it's pretty much how, like, Majin Buu was created. I mean, it could be like a Majin Buu syndrome. How he was like created from basically he was created basically from a whatchamacallit, like how I was created, like two personalities. Like I remember when Buu split his evil personality up, and then like all of a sudden he had an evil Buu that he created. So maybe it could be like a Majin Buu syndrome where it could be like that, but I doubt it though, because I don't know, because there's no way he would be able to fuse with Goku just for that to happen. I'm assuming some kind of like black aura must have somewhat made him, unless he has like a power to actually change into Goku or something like that, like the facial feature wise, and maybe then that's why he's making himself like the actual true nature of evil or something like that, pretty much. I don't know. That's just my thing. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure I think ZAMASU is the one who obviously created Black, because if you think about it, especially when the rose petals were from cherry blossoms to fucking red blood, dude, I think this dude is seriously going to become a socio-psychopath, which I really think he is. And I'm like, holy shit, man. Oh my god. So I really think there's going to be something that's going to go into his head where not all justice is full of good and evil. Like, there's something there that he's going to do something. I don't know if he's going to, like, kill his own sensei. What I think, in my personal opinion, that could be the case. Maybe he'll betray his sensei and actually kill him off. Goramasu, maybe he'll kill him. I don't really know, but, so there's a lot of, still a little bit of a mystery of the shadow there. We are starting to pick up the pieces of the puzzle, though. We actually are, we do find out that it's a possibility that ZAMASU did create Black after all. Then, meanwhile, after that, though, we see that the time machine was finally fixed up again. And because of that, Goku, Vegeta, and Future Trunks, they're finally ready to go back and they actually go back in time. Not really, just kidding. Back in time, mainly back to the future. Great Scott. Anyways, sorry, I had to go with the Doc Brown joke. But anyways, so they go back to the future and they go back there, and that is a big setup for the very end of the episode of Dragon Ball Super, where they're finally there in the future. Then all of a sudden we see these army people actually shoot up Goku, but maybe they just thought it was Goku Black, but in reality it's the real Goku. So that's pretty much the episode. Oh wait, one more thing. I forgot to mention too, which is very, very, very weird, and I'm like, huh? Okay, apparently before they went to go see the King of All, apparently Wiz actually explained that if a Supreme Kai were to die, and so would the God of Destruction. And it was actually kind of funny too, because they gave Goku an idea. It was like, so wait a minute, you're saying if I kill Supreme Kai right here, right now, he will die? And Whis goes, yes. And I'm like, wait, what? So if the Supreme Kai dies, so it's like what? Like Kami from Dragon Ball Z? How it's like how the original Kami was, how when he died, so did Piccolo. So I guess you could say it's sort of like a Piccolo and Kami thing. Like if the Supreme, if Kami were to die, so would Piccolo. So, but it's weird though, because they were both Namekians, so that made sense. But we got a God and a Supreme Kai. I don't see how that part makes any sense whatsoever. But at least we know that the God of Destruction can be killed quite easily. But yeah, so that's kind of strange how they would just give that out, like really. So the Supreme Kai were to die, so no, not the, well, that again wouldn't make sense if he did wipe them all out, the whole universe is gone. But still, by intentionally from something else, like just the Supreme Kai alone, yeah, the God of Destruction would die. I still find that very, very strange, but I guess we'll roll with it. And then, oh my god, I forgot one more thing as well. Beerus also says, please do not mention anything about the time traveling that's going on right now. And if you do, then we're dead. But unfortunately, it's a possibility that the King of All already is aware of this, because he is the King of All. Unless he doesn't really know, then that would be kind of, that wouldn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure Zeno does know. I'm pretty sure he knows. It's just the problem is that I think he's trying to make himself unaware that he actually knows about all the time traveling shit that's actually going down. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. So overall, when it comes to this episode, let's see. What should I rate this episode? Let's just get down to the story progression. Story progression wise, we were already done with the King of All's meeting, and finding out that all this time he actually wanted a friend, which was a unique twist, which I'll admit it was a unique and something different compared to just like, we need you to defeat this sort of like evil or something like that. Or I really thought it was because of the whole future Trunks thing. I thought it was going to give him a hard time because of that. That was my guess too. I thought I had to do something with that he might actually know that. Unless the whole friend thing was just saying it so that way he would sit as a way for an excuse, but in reality, he really is pissed off about the whole time traveling thing. I'm pretty sure that could be it. But we shall see more about that down the line, I guess, when this arc actually ends. Which I have a feeling it is going to end. I don't know about like next month. It could end by like October, and we'll get like a brand new arc in general, but who knows though. It looks like it could be wrapping up soon though, which will be weird. I hope they don't wrap it up too rushed like. I hope they take their time with it. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for the episode. So we got that progression, and now the other progression is we now are finally into the future, pretty much. So we're there right now, and yeah, and it looks like it's a big possibility they're finally leading into those answers, that the possibility could be right that Zamasu either is black or created black. So anyways, I'll give the episode 4 out of 5. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It was a pretty good episode. I like the comedy, especially the moments where Beerus is freaking the fuck out about Zeno, which I thought was actually pretty funny. Again, it's not great, not fantastic, but just a good setup episode for things to come overall. We are getting finally some more answers. Not answers completely, but we're actually getting closer to solving this mystery about Black, of who he really is. So, yeah, so that's something also, too. And then also finally going into the future, another huge plus. So, yeah, it's a pretty good episode overall. So, it's a nice setup, so a 4 out of 5 episode worthy. Next week, oh, yeah, right, next week's episode. Now, the whole Super Saiyan Rose thing from the preview for episode 56 is not bad at all. In fact, see, here's the thing. A lot of people, some of them kind of realize it, but not all of them, that when it comes to Super Saiyan Rose, it's a possibility it's a reference to a black rose. Because if you think about it, Goku black and a pink rose equals black rose, which kind of makes sense. Like, the black, like, so it actually kind of is like a pun that, you know, kind of makes sense on pretty much why they would be, you know, Super Saiyan Pink, or Super Saiyan Rose is what they're calling it in the translation, Super Saiyan Rose. But yeah, I have no problem with it whatsoever. I don't really care about the whole Super Saiyan Rose thing. It is what it is. A lot of people make a big deal about it, but to me, guys, it doesn't matter about the hair color as long as the character can actually do something cool in that form, then that's fine. Instead of just like, oh look, I got a different color hairstyle. And? Did you power level rise? No. Then that's retarded. So I'm really hoping it's worth it. I'm hoping the Super Saiyan Rose thing could prove to be a threat, and maybe it's a possibility it's a form only Black can do, and if that's the case, then that's fine too. So too many people won't bitch and moan about, you know, the whole going beyond Super Saiyan Blue will be like Super Saiyan Pink or something like that. But that's just my thing on it, so whatever. So, you know, you can leave your thoughts in the comment section below. So that's pretty much it for this episode of Dragon Ball Super. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Again, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. I'll see you next week for episode 56. This is the Ninja Reviewer signing out, saying peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. Anime manga fans, keep supporting much read what you watch. Read and what you watch. Sorry. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.